I just watched your Easter story video. I thought it was really cool. It kind of made me think that the way this pandemic has forced us all to adapt, it's like it made me think that it gave us this little taste of something our ancestors had to deal with constantly, and that's like a sudden and drastic change of environment. Um, and despite the many difficulties of this past year, how well do you feel like you've been able to thrive with this drastic change?
It hasn't really been, other than not touring, it hasn't really been a change for me at all. I've had the ducks for quite a few years and been farming, since I moved to Arizona,
Yeah.
and I grew up in a farming community. So it's not really, it hasn't been a huge shift for me. I'm already not a hugger, so there's that.
Part of this change is about how you adapt to entertain your fans, and of course, that brings us to the new live stream on April 17th. Money shot in full. That'll be a really fun time. What can you tell me about putting together these really theatrical live streams versus putting together a theatrical Puscifer tour?
Well, of course, the filming gives you a lot more flexibility.
Hmm.
We try to do film pieces within the show, but in that setting, sometimes the audio doesn't come across as well as we'd like, depending on where you're sitting.
Yeah.
We try to throw subtitles up to kind of help, but it tends to be a little more challenges. We have to be very specific about how we're presenting the film and how we're presenting the in between bits. But in this particular instance, the filming ends up being a much appreciated bonus, right?
Oh, absolutely. I saw a survey not too long ago from bands in town, and they reported that 85% of artists say they want to keep doing these live streams even after touring comes back. Do you fall into that category?
Yeah, I think it's just always been so much of a focus on preparing for the tour that Puscifer, and I think Matt would agree, we never really got a chance to explore this thing as far as we could,
Hmm.
as far as filming, because you get distracted by other things. I think this has been the perfect opportunity to pop that cherry, in a way,
Yeah.
and be able to not be afraid of that process. Because, when it's unknown and you're not sure, where are we going to get this, who are we going to use for film crew?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of daunting pieces that come along with it.
Yeah.
And now it's not scary. So I think we're going to absolutely continue.
Awesome. Is there any chance we could get a Conditions of My Parole live stream?
There's absolutely a chance of that.
That would be amazing. I loved that tour so much of just the intimate desert campground setting of that. I would personally love to see that. When it comes to touring, do you think we'll get a Puscifer Existential Reckoning tour?
Absolutely. It's just,
Mm.
we got to wait till the coast is clear.
Yeah.
Everybody gives a thumbs up, and got to keep, not only keep the band safe, we have to keep the crew safe, and then, of course, the audience safe. So
Yeah.
it'll come.
During this pandemic, like, what has been your go-to pandemic entertainment? Like, is there anything that you've sort of fallen in love with or re-fallen in love with during this weird time?
Nesting.
It's entertaining.
Literally finding a closet that I haven't touched in 5 years and just deciding to just pull the dumpster up and just purge a bunch of crap in a closet that I didn't need, didn't want.
Yeah.
Taking up space, just fixing things up. Spring cleaning for an entire year.
Changing gears for a sec, did you watch Francis versus Stipe over the weekend?
Yes. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like,
That was, don't run head first at a brick building.
no. I mean, I don't think I've ever been so terrified watching a fight in my life, but not even from the punching power. Like when Francis stuffed that takedown and like squeezed the life out of Stipe, I don't think I've ever been more terrified. I felt like I was about to watch like an execution or something.
Yeah, he's a monster, and now that if I feel like as a martial artist,
Hmm.
um, he took a step back and actually developed more technique,
Yeah.
which is what he needed to be monstrous. You know, he already had the monster, but he didn't quite have. It didn't seem like he put all the pieces together for the technique, and now he's pretty scary.
Yeah, he looks like a world beater right now. As a fan, is it John Jones that you want to see next against Francis?
I don't want to see anybody against Francis. I care about these guys.
Yeah.
No, I think Jones has some amazing skill as well. So I would think that would be a good fight to see. But
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, Jones has the reach
maybe
too.
not right now.
But it's such a good time to be a fan right now, actually. You got, like, Nate Diaz coming back soon. You got Tony Ferguson's got another fight. You got Poirier McGregor 3 on the line. Is there any fight that you're particularly looking forward to?
I'm always looking forward to watching Rose fight.
Oh, Rose is great. Yeah.
It's going to be great. Yeah. And John Jones.
Of course.
I love watching Damian Maia fight. I'm not sure if he's actually retired now or I've seen his name pop up lately, but just watching him take that core jiu-jitsu and be able to balance that in the octagon because he's very effective at sucking up space and making the opponent pay for letting him close to him. But of course, when you get a good Muay Thai guy, he's going to get tagged if he's not careful. So it's always a wonderful chess match to watch with Damian Maia.
I think we all wanted to see Khabib fight one more time. But if you could have picked one more opponent for him, who would you have most liked to see him face?
Elvis.
That would be not that great a fight, but why the hell not?
You don't know that. He's been training in Kalamazoo, Michigan for decades now. He's ready.
I was not aware of that. But all right, but I guess Khabib ducked him.
Coward.
Can I ask about how your COVID recovery has been going along right now? I know you had a rough time with it again.
Oh, all good.
All good? Awesome.
Go.
That's right. That's great to hear. You mentioned earlier that with the live streams, you've been able to, I guess, explore the space of what you're able to create with Puscifer a little more. Is there anything that you've been able to explore with the Billy D character with this live stream that's coming up?
Oh yeah, we're continuing his saga. There's actually we're releasing a video for Bullet Train off of Existential Reckoning that has a whole sequence in it that parallels what's going on in the Money Shot pay-per-view. So that should be preceding the pay-per-view, just so people have a better grip on a little bit more of his story.
It's so interesting to think that he's been around for such a long time now, that he's been such like a constant figure in Puscifer lore, even though you don't always see him on stage. How do you see him as like a main character in the Puscifer lore, if that is how you see him?
Well, he's a fuck up, right? He's always, he's kind of the part of you that you want to improve on, and he's kind of a reflection of those little dumbass parts of us that we can deny, but then they'll just fester. So you gotta look at them and fix them.